Aquarius, let's start with your reading. Today, we are going to look into the energies around you at the moment, and then we will take a look into the events coming up for you in the next few months. Let's start with your main energy. Okay, your first message today is a time for healing. And we see right away that this is actually going to be something very important for you to know. There is something here that you're not aware about, something that might be creating some conflict in a situation or overall delays that maybe don't make full sense right now because you might be looking in the wrong place. This is the time to heal, the time to really focus on yourself, to focus on how you feel and to reconnect with yourself, to realign with your values and original goals, the ones you had before potentially experiencing unwanted outcomes, hurt. The answer is inside of you right now, Aquarius, and there is something very important that you should know. So let's dig deeper into it in order to understand what this message is about, and let's begin with your reading. Okay. Here it is. Okay. Wow. This is a very important message for you. This is definitely something that you need to know. And I just remember that it's your birthday. It's Aquarius season. And the cards have a gift for you. Something very important to give you, in fact, a message that you need to hear and that might be long overdue for some of you out there. And the message is time to take accountability for your happiness. Double reversed. Time to say no to patterns, to toxic people or memories. Time to stop seeing yourself in a negative light as well. And time to love yourself enough to be able to push away what's not good for you once for all without going back. And the only way you can really do this is with self-love and self-respect. That's the only tool you're going to need when it comes to situations like this. You don't need money, you don't need abundance, you don't need revenge, you don't even need redemption for that matter. Once you truly love yourself, you're able to walk away from people, situations, and even thoughts that are not good for you with ease. There might be something that you let yourself involve into, even if it's just intermittently, on and off. There is something that you're allowing yourself to juggle in your mind. And from what I'm seeing here, I can tell it's enough. It's time to understand what you are allowing to happen and what you should not allow anymore. This Page of Cups is someone who really is a dreamer. There is nothing wrong in being a dreamer, don't get me wrong. But if those dreams are keeping us stuck, then we are doing a disservice to ourselves. And seeing justice over here makes me think that you do want to move on. You do want to move forward and even forget. But there is something you want to see before you do that. Perhaps some of you are in need for redemption or want to know that the other person might at least be sorry about what happened. There is some unsolved business overall, and you think that if that was solved, it would be easy for you to just move on and forget. Now, as far as I know, you might be absolutely entitled to receive apologies or to experience that redemption energy that we know it can make us feel very good in the moment. But what you should consider is that while you're waiting for that to happen, life is passing you by. Other opportunities for happiness are coming and going, and you are keeping yourself stuck. And the first message we've seen was that it's time to stop waiting. It's time to be fair to yourself. Time to take responsibility for your happiness. Understanding that at the end of the day, no one has to do anything in order for you to do the right thing. And in order for you to find happiness again, yes, it would be better if you got that moment or element that you were hoping for. But since it hasn't happened yet, it's time to move forward. Happiness itself, it's always the best revenge, and happiness is just a choice, and the choice is yours, Aquarius. Now, in the heart of the reading, we see a broken heart, Three of Swords and the Eight of Swords right here. But what I see right away is that you might have been dealing with false enemies over here. Sometimes when we are into the situation itself, we don't have enough tools to really understand what's going on around us. What I'm getting with this Eight of Swords is that you might have had the wrong perception when it came to this situation. Some of you might disagree with what I'm going to say next, because this is an energy that acts on your subconscious, and you might not even know about it. But what it says right now is that at times you thought that the cause of the issue might have been someone external, or might have been you not being good enough, or you even thought that you are just unlucky when it comes to this area of your life. You know, this is how it always is for me. I'm not even surprised anymore. I'm actually expecting it to happen. And that is the issue right here, because the truth is that this is not the case at all. The Eight of Swords reminds you that it's all about perception. If you don't have a healthy perception of the situation and of yourself, then you will end up surrounding yourself with people that will reflect that perception and that belief. I'm never lucky in this area. I always end up in the same situation, and you always and will always find people that will make you end up in this situation. You know, I definitely see that this is not the first time that something like this happens to you, not at all. With the same person or different people, does not matter. But it just feels like a pattern. It feels like a never-ending cycle for you. But don't forget that cycles are meant to be broken. They start, they evolve, and finally they fall apart. And maybe they start again unless you do something about it. And what you have to do right now, and actually what you have been struggling to figure out, is that sometimes the best thing you can do is do nothing. You remember? A time for healing. When you heal, you don't take any action. Why is it so important for you to know right now? I sense that you have a tendency to wanting to fix things in your life as soon as possible. When you experience that broken heart and that very heavy Three of Swords, you want to do something that will make it go away as soon as possible. You don't want to just linger into an energy that can be very dark, very heavy on you, and that usually you experience when things don't work out, right? You end up doing things, making quick decisions and movements that take you potentially out of that dark energy so that you don't have to deal with it. And to give you an example, this feels like someone who, after a major relationship ends, they immediately jump into another one, or they immediately start seeing someone so that they don't have to be left alone with their thoughts. And now we see even more how important it is, this first message, a time for healing, especially considering what's coming up next for you. And by the way, Four of Swords, healing. This is exactly what this message is about. A time for healing that for you never really happened, Aquarius. You have been collecting hurt after hurt, wound after wound, without ever healing them. This could be a pattern, a behavior that you even bring with you since you were a little kid. Something that you don't even know you do because in your mind, you want to act quick. Look at this chariot. You want to move fast. You want to be strong. But sometimes being strong means acknowledging our weaknesses. And this is exactly what you have to do now. No action, no decisions, just you spending time with your inner self, recharging your batteries, seeing how far you've come regardless of all the issues, all the twists and turns in that labyrinth, in that maze that you found yourself in so many times in your life, not knowing how to get out of it. You are still standing, and all you need to do is seeing how amazing you are and how other people's actions or decisions don't have to impact your journey unless you decide so. Now, don't disregard the power of this message, Aquarius, not just because it's fair and because it's important for you, but also because we see that it represents a potential turning point in your life. The sun. Look at this. There is happiness coming towards you. There is a happiness moment about to manifest for you, something that at this point you definitely did not expect for, because what you're expecting instead is that Three of Swords again, that painful moment that keeps repeating for you over and over again. You know, this is something that you should have seen happening a long time ago already, but that wasn't happening because you weren't ready to receive it. False enemies, false perception, see how powerful that can be. And so let's not wait. I want to see what this sun for you entails, for your present and for your future as well. Let's start clarifying this incoming energy, and let's see how your journey, how your life is bound to evolve once you finally are able to do the right thing for yourself, Aquarius, and finally able to see the truth. And the truth is that you deserve everything you set your mind to. And that happiness most times is a choice that right now you are making for the first time in a long time, and a choice that can change the world around you completely. So let's see what you should expect in the near future and how all of this is going to evolve in this year ahead. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, Aquarius, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal live reading. This is the last week when I'm offering yearly readings. We will go month by month to see what you should expect, and the reading will be 45-minute long. Now, I send out emails every Monday morning to confirm the selection. Please make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Stay tuned now for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Aquarius. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the incoming energies is the Three of Wands. And honestly, I couldn't be happier for you. This is the message, this is the card that talks about the arrival of opportunities, that talks about the fact that now you're moving into the right direction. The Three of Wands is a beautiful card because it talks about freedom. And we know by looking at this Eight of Swords that you haven't been free in a long time. Why? Because freedom is of the mind. And we see that right now you're finally able to do the right thing for yourself, Aquarius. The Three of Wands talks about something beautiful coming your way, moving your way. But this can happen only if you set yourself free. This is something that will not manifest around you if you will be stuck into that Eight of Swords energy. This is something beautiful that it's confirming to us that the sun is truly going to change things up for you. But judgment, something that needs to start from within you in order to propagate around you. So let's see what this is. Let's start clarifying these incoming energies with the Sun, the Chariot, the Three of Wands, all talking about movement and happiness. Let's see what you should expect in the near future and how it's going to evolve in the next few months. Speaking of new beginning, Ace of Pentacles. Ooh. Oh my God, there is a twist. There is a twist. We see right away that this eventually, when you stop waiting for your redemption moment, that redemption moment comes in and it truly changes things up for you. And it's beautiful to see. So what are we looking at here? First of all, what we see right now.